Welcome back to Mark Your Calendar. I'm joined with the CEO of Black Brand, Blair Durham, and we're going to talk about the 10th anniversary of Black Diamond Weekend. I want to show you this quick little video before we get started.
There's something about the energy of Black Diamond Weekend that cannot be replaced.
Wow, this weekend has been huge.
So Blair, when you see that video and you hear the different business owners that are talking about just how impactful Black Diamond Weekend is, what goes through your mind?
Love that question. This is my favorite time of year, Kiahnna, if I'm being honest. This is where we are putting together all of the things that we do over the course of the year. So all of the content that we provide, all of the capital, all of the resources, Black Diamond Weekend is where it just all comes together. And so this year I'm excited. This is our largest Black Diamond Weekend to date, with over 30 participating exhibitors and vendors and so many speakers. I think we're up to around 72 speakers this year. I get excited because I know that the impact is going to be made for sure.
And this year it's from November 13th to the 15th, and it's in Hampton.
Yes.
So you guys are kind of going on tour. I know sometimes it's in Newport News or at Portsmouth. This time it's in Hampton, and this is your 10th year. So you've grown so much over the years.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what Black Diamond Weekend is.
Yep. So to your point about the movement, we're a regional organization. So we do try and move the event around. We do a lot of work throughout the year in the different cities. Black Diamond Weekend is a 3-day conference experience. And it's really meant to ensure that the members of our community, those aspiring business owners, existing business owners, they have space to talk. They have space to listen. They can think about collaboration. I like that we hold it at the end of the year, because oftentimes people are reflecting on the year as it's gone. They're thinking about their plans for the year ahead. And so it's really a safe space in which to do all of that. That's what I say. It's also a time of celebration. So, of course, we're celebrating 10 years this year, but there are always awards and special recognition. Black Brand has some huge announcements that it's going to make during the weekend. So it's something I look forward to.
From what it seems to me is it's like a masterclass on all things business. You can go to different panel discussions, hear from different business owners, and really learn how to scale and expand your business. Is that right?
Absolutely. And this year is... Yep, right on par. So we have courses for those in contracting and construction. That is a first for us this year. We are also highlighting the great work that's happening in each municipality this year. So we have a plenary that's focused on each of the 7 cities, because a lot of times we don't necessarily feel as connected to those resources and opportunities. So we're bringing those elected officials and other representatives on site to talk about the grants that they offer, the contracts that they award. There is always a focus on the nonprofit community as well, with Black Diamond Weekend, making sure that folks like me, executive director, can get that grant information and understand how to build a proper board of directors. There are courses on real estate. Media is a big topic for us as well, and helping people to tell their story. So I'd say there's a little bit of something for everybody. And then some social events too. So Thursday night, we have our first ever comedy show. I know it's going to be a blast. I cannot wait. Friday night, we have our Diamonds and Denim themed party. So it's an open mic and karaoke. We've never done that before. So we're excited about that. And then Saturday night, we will conclude with our gala and some of those highlights that I was mentioning. So yes.
I think that it's such a cool opportunity for business owners to not only gather, but to learn from each other. Like the saying is, you don't know what you don't know. So I think that you guys are helping inform a lot of the business owners, especially here in Hampton Roads, Black business owners at that.
Yeah, I do have another thing. Can I share this with you? I'm excited about this. Something else that we've added for this year. So early in the year, myself and about 40 colleagues traveled to Boston. And we learned about their innovation corridor and how they've leveraged MIT to help commercialize all of that innovation coming out of the schools. And I thought about our region, I thought about our educational institutions, and I realized we have an untapped opportunity, right? It's not that we're not innovative. It's not that STEM doesn't exist. Maybe it's just that we're not doing enough collaboration. We're not quite telling the story. So we're hosting a responsible innovation commercialization competition. NASA has joined forces with us to provide a problem statement. We've engaged every school in this region. So the community colleges, yes, the four-year schools, even Virginia Tech is busing a group of students from their NSBE program to be a part of this competition. So I'm excited about that because, again, there's so much opportunity here, right? And so we have a chance to say, yeah, our students can participate in that opportunity as well. So
I know that you have the co-founders of the Cousins Festival. They're going to be speaking on a panel. I'm going to be moderating that panel. So I think there's a flyer here. And they were the first guests on my Mark Your Calendar show.
Oh my goodness.
I had just them on because I was still trying to, learn my way around the system. But they did such a good job. When you guys were putting together these different panels, what was going through your mind? What was important for people to walk away with?
It's interesting. I got a little pushback because I wanted to tell that story. But I just think it's incredible because it represents an idea that has come to fruition. I get that it's entertainment and entertainment is a bit easier, or maybe it's not. I don't know. I'd love to hear that story. And I think that there are many others in the community that could benefit from what Antonio and family have done and just understanding what has been their rubric. Like, what is that blueprint for success that they are now copying and pasting in other markets that's created this phenomenal energy in that downtown that we all look forward to, not just the Cousins Festival, but the R&B block parties. Like, I love those guys. And so I've been waiting for the opportunity to have this conversation because I know that business owners are going to benefit and be inspired by what they're doing.
I love that you guys are taking it to the peninsula. I'm from Newport News, so that's so cool to me that you are going to my city, my side of town. So thank you for that. I mean, there are business owners across Hampton Roads that can benefit from all of the resources that you guys have. I guess if I'm a business owner that's on the fence about paying to attend Black Diamond Weekend, what would you tell me?
Yeah, I would say, honestly, if you're in business or you're thinking about starting a business, you really cannot afford not to be at Black Diamond Weekend. Mm-hmm. It will be the best $100 that you spend this year from the sheer return on that investment. You're going to meet so many people. You're going to be surrounded by like-minded individuals for 3 days that are going to be pouring into you. You're going to feel good. Like, we didn't stage that video content. Mm-hmm. That is the vibe of Black Diamond Weekend.
Let me show the video again. Because
you think about it, we get together in social settings and fraternal settings and religious settings, but these are people that have come together for the purpose of figuring out how to grow their business, how to scale their career, and look at the fun that they are having. It's just, there's nothing like it. There's nothing else like this experience in Hampton Roads. So you want to be there. You want this to be the year where you're finally there. Yep.
When you look back on the 10 years of growth, what goes through your mind and what do you hope for the next 10 years?
Thank you for that question. So this is a 3-way storytelling event. So in part, we're telling the story of the region, right? The theme is regional renaissance. I talked about those plenaries. The second layer is the story of Black brand, right? And so for the first time, I'm actually going to take the stage and tell that story. I've got my cue cards done. I'm I can't believe I'm going to tell this story because people are always asking. And then the third layer is the story of the businesses that we have served. I just can't even believe that, our story, right? Hundreds of businesses that have benefited from not just our Black Diamond Weekend, but our B-Force Accelerator, our Surge Community Business Academy, our Women Who Lead, our Impact Collective. People that talk about how they don't know how they would have gotten from point A to point B without the resources that we're providing. So, girl, I'm just through the roof. I can't believe it, really. But I'm glad that we're going to do it and we're going to keep doing it because this has been a challenging year. And we've had a lot of partners who've doubled down to say, nope, this mission is still viable. If it's up to us, we're going to make sure that this mission continues. And that makes me excited.
I mean, it sounds like a great way to celebrate 10 years, a decade of service, a decade of making sure that businesses succeed here in Hampton Roads. So thank you for that. And I look
Thank you,
forward to it.
Kiahnna.
I'll see you November 13th through
Yes.
the 15th. We'll be there and we'll
We
be
are
talking
going to
about
have
all
some
the
fun.
things. Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming and joining me on my show. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Kiahnna.
Welcome back to Mark Your Calendar. I'm your host, Kiahnna Patterson, and today I'm talking with the Sheriff of Chesapeake, David Rosado, about the Sheriff's Office Oyster and South Festival.
Oyster and South is a great family event, and the reason why we have it is to support and raise funds for our Children Today, Leaders Tomorrow youth charities. This is a charity that helps kids in Chesapeake, which is so important. Everything that we do goes right back into the community. And for this event to occur, it is with the support of our business partners, as well as all the citizens that are out there. It's a fun time to eat seasonal oysters and lots of different foods out there, but it benefits our children's programs. And I can tell you a little bit about those programs. We do a free football camp every year, and it's only because of the money that we raise through this charity. We have about over 200 students that come through from 9 to 13, boys and girls. This year was at Indian River High School. We go to different high schools to allow the coaching staff to help out. We also get college coaches coming out and some professional football players too. So that's one of the highlights of what we do, as well as provide scholarships for young women, female students in high school. They go through our workshops. It's called Aspire, and it's for female students, their junior and senior year. And we do workshops like public speaking, self-defense, first aid. We take them up to the General Assembly. So these are things to get them ready for college life. And that's important too. We care for our kids. They're our future. And this is just one way to give back.
The title itself is Children Today, Leaders Tomorrow. Why was it important for you to put together that nonprofit organization after what you're seeing with the Sheriff's Office?
Well, it's a way to connect with our kids. Again, they're our future, and we need to let them know that we are here for them to keep them safe, but also to mentor them throughout the year. And that's what we do. We do an outreach program through the schools, through the churches, and we get kids so that we can help guide them through their journey as well. As a matter of fact, we have a huge success story where we had two kids that participated in this program from 9 years old all the way through to 14. And we even had them stay on as junior mentors. And today they work with us. They're part of our Chesapeake Sheriff's Office family. They're deputies and they're doing a great job. So I feel that's a huge success story for the kids, the families, and for our family here at the Chesapeake Sheriff's Office.
It seems like it's such a cool opportunity for people to not only see the historic Greenbrier Farms, but to also connect with deputies. Was that intentional for you guys?
Absolutely. Everyone that is working there, doing security on the outer side, as well as the volunteers on the inside, they're all deputies, and they have a heart for service. And that's what sets us, the Chesapeake Sheriff's Office, apart from a lot of other agencies out there in law enforcement and public safety, is we have the biggest heart for this community. And it shows by the activities that we do and the events that we put on. Because again, every single dollar that we raise goes right back out to the community.
What are you most looking forward to with this fundraiser?
Well, this fundraiser will bring people from the city together so they can see what we do, so they can see one-on-one how important it is to help the youth. And it's so important that we even have our Special Olympians that we work with as part of our elite unit, which is a modified Sheriff's Academy that they've graduated So they're out there in uniform and they're talking about inclusion. They're talking about their relationship with the sheriff's office, and we were able to grant them that wish to become like us in law enforcement. So they'll be out there, the deputies will be out there, and people that genuinely care. And that's what we want to promote. We want to promote a family environment, which is what this is all about because it benefits our kids in Chesapeake. And there'll be a fun time. You know, you got monster trucks, you got petting zoos, you got a lot for the kids to do. So bring out your families. Kids 12 and under are free. You know, it's $50 in advance, 60 at the door, and it always sells out. So make sure you get your tickets soon. You can get them at the sheriff's office, you can get them at Greenbrier Farms, or you can go online to get them.
I was just about to say, so kids get in free under 12. So that's awesome.
Absolutely, yes.
So, I mean, anything else you want people to know at home about the Children Today, Leaders Tomorrow program? If I have a child that's about to be 9 years old, how do I sign them up for the program?
Absolutely. If you go to if you go to ctltyouth.com, that is the website for our program, or you can go through our ChesapeakeSheriff.com website as well. We also have a Facebook page, Chesapeake Sheriff's Office on Facebook, and you can get information on the program. One of the highlights of the Children Today, Leaders Tomorrow program is our involvement in the schools. We have a school assembly program called Be a Hero, Not a Zero, because heroes help and zeros hurt. That is a message. I was just at Thurgood Marshall last week doing the school assembly, and it's a big magic show on stage, and kids connect with it. They walk away singing Be a Hero, Not a Zero, and it's a way to teach them the golden rule: be nice to others like you want them to be nice to you. So that's important too, and that's part of our program, to outreach in the schools, to tell people about bullying and what to do. But yes, CTLT is just a wonderful organization. It's 501c3. So all of these, like I mentioned, goes right back into the community. But if you want to get involved, just reach out. We would love to have your kids work with them. Because we have parents that are, you know, two-parent household that work multiple jobs. And there's a little lack of, you know, mentorship with their children. We're there to help fill that void. And that's what we want to do. We just want to help the families and help our kids.
Well, thank you so much, Sheriff. I know that this is on November 8th at the Greenbrier Historic Farm. So go ahead and mark your calendar and get your tickets. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you out there.
See ya. So as Domestic Violence Awareness Month comes to an end, we're sharing some information from the YWCA of Southampton Roads. I know you guys have several programs. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to start with the Moving Ahead program. So tell me what exactly that is. I know that the guests that are in shelter are going to have an opportunity to learn about financial security, financial stability, and what that looks like. But then what's the next part of the program?
Well, good morning, Kiahnna, and thank you so much for having us here today. Excited about the partnership that we have with All States Foundation for financial empowerment. They designed a curriculum that really allows us as a YWCA nationally, and then our pilot that we're doing here locally, to help women build confidence, manage money, and create really pathways to generational wealth for themselves. What we know is that when we talk to our guests who will be privileged to go through this program and ask them what are the goals that they expect to get out of participating, many of them said it's a way for them to establish and maintain housing for themselves. Some said that it was smart, they want to get out of it smart budgeting skills so that they can better care for themselves and their families, or useful tools to create financial stability for themselves. And so this is the start of the pilot with our guests. And then we are going to cascade this as part of our Why Women Prosper Empowerment Academy under financial resilience and literacy to the broader community.
I really love the title, Moving Ahead, leaving a toxic situation in the past and just moving forward, whatever that looks like. I really like that. It seems very intentional. Tell
Yes.
me a little bit about, you guys have another initiative. It's called Why Women Prosper.
Mhm. I am stoked about this because we do the work of trauma very well. Treating trauma is what we do, walking through people's pain with them. But there's another level of this, and this is really the aspiration of hope, and that's what Why Women Prosper Empowerment Academy is about. Is designed to empower women economically by providing them the tools and the skills that they need in order to move from just surviving truly to what thriving looks like for them in their lives. And so this academy houses four pillars: the pillar of career readiness and workforce development, financial resilience and literacy, personal and professional leadership and advocacy, and then that pillar of entrepreneurship and innovation. And what we're really excited about is under the first pillar of entrepreneurship and innovation comes what we call Fostering Futures for Women, which is an entrepreneurship program designed to build women businesses across Hampton Roads and even Virginia. We are excited because these funds came to us through the support of Senators Kaine and Warner through congressionally directed spending funds. So we were awarded $1.428 million to implement this program that will be a true benefit for women and girls across Hampton Roads. And this was conceptualized because we had a guest by the name of Pearl in our Almost Home emergency shelter with true aspirations of owning her own business. And so what better way to honor her than by allowing the little time she was with us to inspire generations of hope in Hampton Roads.
That is spectacular. I really love that. I know you said it's supposed to launch mid-November, but I'm sure it's
Yes.
going to go into the new year, of course.
Yes, so we will be recruiting for the women who will start their classes in January. This program is free and open to the public.
Wow. I can't wait to hear more about that in the new year. The Men on a Mission initiative. Tell me how you guys are trying to pull men in to help support women and girls.
Well, what we know is when we talk about those statistics of 1 in 3 women who experience some form of intimate partner violence in their lives, and 1 in 4 men experience it as well. This is what we do know, though. Primarily, women are impacted by domestic violence. And we can't solve that problem without men being actively engaged in what it means to create healthy relationships for the women and girls in their lives and how they support them beyond being present. So what we are intentional about through Men in the Mission is bringing together men who are intimately and intentionally engaged in helping to raise up the profile of women and girls in their communities, those that are willing to be allies and advocates, voices for those whose voices are sometimes silenced, and want to see a healthy, a whole, and vibrant community where women are uplifted and men are standing right alongside them, and everyone's voice is being raised because we believe in the power of community and collective impact together to solve this hard problem and make a difference right here in our backyard.
I really appreciate all of the work that you guys are doing over at the YWCA of Southampton Roads and your leadership. I really appreciate the way that you are leading us in this direction, Michelle. Like, you are doing a spectacular job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kiahnna, and thank you just for your continued advocacy in digging deeper and always being present when we call.
Oh, thank you. All righty. I will talk with you soon. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Take care.